Hello everybody, thank you for once again checking out my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about the guillotine, one of my favorite submission wrestling moves. Although if you watch Friday Night SmackDown, you may have never actually heard it called a guillotine. And that's because Michael Cole, whether it's because he's an idiot or just because he's a very spiteful man, refuses to call it that. But that's okay. We've got Melanson here to explain the guillotine and how you drive the thumb into the trachea and then scoop it out. It's all a lot of fun stuff. And then we have Guillotine the music video with some very special vampire music. Now remember kids, whether you're around vampires or people who want to crush your trachea, protect your necks.
And teaching you something a little different about today, I'm going to show you another option for the finish of the guillotine by doing something I call a scoop. Instead of just actually crushing the throat, we're going to do a little twisting of our hand and feel like we're scooping out the Adam's apple, the trachea of our opponent. This kind of gives a little gagging effect and adds a little more insult to injury. Okay, so we're first going to go over that. Got Lance Dawson with us, writer for Victory Belt Publishing and T-shirt extraordinaire. When I got the guy in a guillotine position, there's more going on than just the hands. One of the first things you want to look for is when you get, whether it's an arm guillotine or a regular guillotine, is you don't want his head to crown out. That's one of the first reactions people have. So you want to be heavy down heavy rather, on his neck with your shoulder blade. This will keep him from crowning out and allow you to have a little more time and control. Now to show the scoop, what I'm going to do, instead of just going up with the guillotine, can you pause a second? So, I have Lance's head, shoulders down, nice and heavy, crunching my body in what I call grandma posture, shoulders forward. Now, I can always just crush up on his neck. I can roll into a throat crush position, roll it deeper for that, a lot of people call it prayer choke. And then we're going to go into the scoop. Now the scoop, what I'm going to do is use this part of my hand. It's the highest, most boniest, and it's the thinnest. So when a guy tucks his chin, especially if you got a big arm, it's hard to get necessarily your wrist under his chin, so you can kind of weasel it in with your thumb. So once I get that in, I get this under his chin, I like to drag his neck out a little bit, exposing his throat. Now, this is the scoop. What I do is I jam this into his chest, or his upper chest, the base of his neck. I jam my thumb in, start to twist it up. Now I start to create pressure, and I pull it back as I really put it in the choke. So here, it's a little pullback, and he'll feel this gagging sensation as I'm scooping out his throat. I'm just adding it onto the choke. So when you have an arm and guillotine, the same thing kind of applies, as long as he's in a high underhook position. In other words, if it's low, you're not going to access to his head very well. Nice and high, I lock my hands on his head, drag out that chin to expose his throat. Now I jam, boom, into his throat, rotate, and now twist it back as I squeeze. And that's the scoop. Nice and sweet.
I am a vampire, 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 empire, I am a vampire, I have lost my fangs. I am a vampire, I am a vampire, I am a vampire, I have lost my fangs. So I'm sad and I feel lonely, so I cry and I'm very angry, and I hit some garlic, so I'm the most satanic. Yeah, I am a vampire and I'm looking in the city, but the pretty girls don't look at me. Don't look at me. I don't have my fangs, 'cause I have lost my fangs. I am a vampire, I am a vampire, I have lost my mouth again. I am a vampire, I am a vampire, I have lost my mouth again. So I get bone and I shred, so I popcorn and I blues and wait and I sing, but my voice is looking, and I want to play the guitar, but my guitar's out of tune. I am a vampire and I'm looking in the CD, but the musical